I'm Zach with Montana Angler. Small stream fly fishing is one of my favorite ways to fish Montana. It's a great change of pace from some of the larger, better known rivers, but offers some opportunities that those other rivers don't. If you want the opportunity to get out of a drift boat, stretch your legs, get a little exercise while you're out fishing, and maybe see a few less people, fishing Montana's small streams is a great option. The first tip I want to share with you is to consider the time of year and the best season to fish Montana's small streams. Springtime is too early, water is still too cold for fish to be actively feeding, so it's not a great time to fish Montana's small streams. Early summer, we still need to wait for runoff to come down a little bit, so your best time of year to fish these small streams is from mid-summer to mid-fall, typically about mid-July to mid-September. Water levels are at a good flow, and water temperatures aren't so cold that fish are lethargic and not active. So we want water temperatures to be in that 50 to 60 degree range. Low 60s is great for fishing these small streams. For fly selection, I'm typically going to fish a single dry fly and sometimes a dry fly with a dropper. For the dry fly, I want to choose something that is buoyant, that's going to stay afloat in sometimes swift currents, and I can see, but it's not so big that a small fish is not going to be able to eat it. And a dropper that's going to not weight that fly down, but a dropper that's heavy enough is going to sink in a swift current quickly. The next tip I want to discuss is your rod selection. You're not going to be catching 20-inch trout on these small streams, so you want to choose a rod that's fun when you're catching 7, 9, 11-inch trout. A 3-weight glass rod is a great option. That's going to make the fight fun, even on these small fish. Another thing to consider is where you're casting. A lot of times a 7 or 8 foot rod is going to be much more effective than a 9-foot rod in some of these more overgrown bushy creeks. Fishing techniques on these small streams. What I like to do is cover a lot of water. It wouldn't be uncommon to cover 2 or 3 miles of water in a day of fishing on these small mountain streams. If I get a good cast and a good drift into water that looks fishy, and I don't get an eat after 1 or 2 casts, I'm going to move on to the next run. If I get a fish on the first cast, I might cast 1 or 2 more times if there's another fish in there. But if I don't get an eat after a couple more casts, I'm going to move on and fish the next fishable water. Montana has many fantastic fly fishing opportunities, and the small mountain streams are certainly one of them. If you're looking for a change of pace and some solitude while you're fishing out in Montana this summer, consider some small mountain stream fishing.